The legendary Delta Force franchise is back, promising epic battles, deep tactics, and cutting-edge visuals. But does it deliver? Well, in today's video, we will take a look at the brand new Delta Force game and showcase its main features and quirks. Let's start with the heart of the game, the gameplay. Delta Force markets itself as a tactical shooter, but how does it actually play? The first thing you'll notice is how grounded the gameplay feels. The movement is deliberate, with an emphasis on positioning and strategy rather than run-and-gun chaos. For example, during an urban mission, you'll rely heavily on cover and coordinating with your squad to outflank enemies. Weapons have weight and recoil that feels realistic without being overly punishing, and each weapon feels unique. And for customization, the game has over 1,000 gun attachments. Many have drawn comparisons of Delta Force to Call of Duty and Battlefield because of noticeably similar gameplay and mechanics in the game. And while I don't think it's a total Battlefield or Call of Duty copy, it definitely has many similarities, such as the large-scale battles and objective-based modes and many gun animations. Delta Force still manages to stand out from Call of Duty and Battlefield because of its focus on teamwork and strategy, as well as a decent level of realism, and feels relatively fresh and very enjoyable to play. The game features different classes that you can play, such as the Assault, Engineer, Recon, and Support classes, which all have their own features. The Assault class is a fairly basic class and is used for attacking the enemy, whereas the Engineer class has many uses, such as destroying, but also fixing tanks. The Recon and Support classes are favorites of mine, with the Support class making it so that you can heal many teammates at a time, which can sometimes get a bit absurd. The Recon class is best for gathering intel and sniping enemies. Delta Force also features numerous vehicles that you can operate, such as helicopters, tanks, cars, boats, and ATVs. Now let's talk about the campaign mode, which is one of the most anticipated features of Delta Force. Currently, the game is still in the open beta phase, and the full campaign hasn't been released yet. However, the campaign is set to be inspired by the real-life events of the 1993 Black Hawk Down operation, and set to release in 2025. The two current main modes in the game, with numerous different versions of each of them, are the Warfare and Extraction mode. The Warfare mode is all about large-scale multiplayer combat, with up to 64 players per match. The Warfare mode has many modes within it, such as Attack and Defend and King of the Hill. For me, the Warfare mode is very enjoyable because of the large scale of the maps, detail, and teamwork involved. The next major mode in the game is the Extraction mode, which focuses more on mission objectives such as retrieving important items while trying to extract safely. In this mode, you work together with two other players towards objectives and have a higher risk because if you die, you lose all of your gear and accomplishments. Now let's talk about the visuals and performance. Delta Force looks impressive and is very immersive, especially on high-end systems. The environments are very detailed, and lighting and shadows add a level of realism to the game. On PC, performance has been very smooth for me, with no FPS drops or issues, but due to the large-scale warfare that the game has, low-end systems may struggle more. The game has a pretty solid, destructive environment, and constant shells being dropped on the map, which adds to realism and helps to create an immersive and enjoyable environment. The sound design in the game is overall pretty solid, and up to par with numerous voice lines from commanders talking about objectives and progress in the game, adding to realism and intensity. The weapons sound fairly realistic, and the game has a pretty generic soundtrack, but it does the job. So does Delta Force live up to its potential? Well, in many ways, yes. For me, the game was very enjoyable and didn't present any issues, and is quite good for being free and also in development. Many of the negative reviews of the game have to do with the kernel-level anti-cheat, which has players concerned about their privacy. But overall, I'd say that this game is worth it and provides a somewhat unique experience compared to other similar titles. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below, and make sure to subscribe for more tactical shooter videos.